A very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. As usual, let us start with the snippets. What is the first one over here? Minister faces trouble. That means what? Some minister is in trouble. Good morning, Usha. Investigate remarks on Constitution, High Court. He must have said something against the Constitution. Based on that, the High Court says, investigate the remarks against the Constitution. Simple words, nothing to learn as such. Next one, favoring state. Favor, favors. Imagine someone in power does favors to his relatives or friends. That is known as nepotism. Good morning to all of you. Nepotism is an important word you have to know. What is the word I have just said? Have you heard of this any time? Please respond. Nepotism. Good morning to all of you. Nepotism means favoring one's relatives and friends when in power. That's an important word. Good. I appreciate your response. Here, Mahayuti MVA pin hopes on. Pin hopes on, an important expression. Voter turnout. Pin hopes on means to have hopes on something. What is that something? That is voter turnout. Turnout we have got many a time. Whenever we talk about elections, you come across the expression turnout. The number of people who cast the vote. For that we say turnout. What is the next one here? US regulations curbing monopoly. US regulators to push for sale of chrome. We have a few words here. The very first one is what? Curb. We have got curb many a time. Please respond. Curb means what? Restrict. Curb something means what? Restrict something. We have got many a time. Control also you can say. More than control, better word is restrict, curbs, restrictions. And monopoly. Mono means what? Single. Mono. When it comes to colors also, black and white we say monochrome, means only one color, that is white. And here monopoly, this goes with economy, economics, businesses. A particular business has a lion's share or the major chunk of the market size, then we call it a monopoly. Modern explanations, if modern markets you take, the chances for monopoly, the chances are very bleak because different players can be in the market. In the past, it was all monopoly. Here it talks about curbing monopoly, means what? Restricting monopoly. Lion's share, that's right. US regulators to push for sale of chrome. Sale has two different meanings. I'm sure many of you know this. Sales as a noun. But sometimes you go to a shop, you see a banner, huge one, on sale. Their sale means to offer a discount. On sale means there is a discount offer. That meaning is entirely different. A regular sale is different. You have to know that. Okay. What is the next news snippet? Parley. Parley, one of the meanings, discussions, meetings, discussions. How good is social media for democracy? How good, it's a question. How good is something, usually we say. In this context, how good is social media for democracy? And a newspaper's plan to keep off X sparks debate. A newspaper's stance or stand or plan to keep off X. Keep off someone, keep off something means not to consider. Sparks debate. Spark means to incite, instigate, provoke, start something. Start what? Debate. Will India make it a hat trick of wins? It is about a test series, I suppose. Let us go to the main headline on the front page of the Hindu today. Adani indicted. You have to be careful here. What is the word you see and how do you pronounce? You have to say indicted, not indicted. C is silent. Indict means an important word they've given in bank exams, SSC also many a time. Indict means to officially accuse or charge someone of serious crime. Officially we charge someone, we accuse someone of serious crime. That is known as indictment, an important word. Adani indicted in US for bribery, securities fraud, a major news item, and because of that the share market has got affected and Adani's shares have gone down drastically overnight. The Adani group said it would seek all possible legal measures against the indictment. Here we have a reporting verb said. Based on that, the company must have said, we will. That changes to will changes to would, because here the reporting verb is in past. That you have to recollect. Ex-CM officials got 1,050 crore. Ex-CM of which state? Andhra Pradesh. The former CM of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Jagan, got 1,050 crore. Also officials. What is the impact of this? Kenya cancels the proposed deals. Adani has presence in different countries. So something like this indictment makes an impact across the world. Australia, African continent, some countries, obviously they hesitate to have a tie-up or a deal with this company. And you can see here, Kenya cancels the proposed deals. Here we have another news snippet. Centre ignoring Kerala's Wayanad fund release plea. We have got this word plea. And Wayanad, you all know the natural disaster, so many people died. Till date, they haven't got the funds. Because of that, the Kerala government has been requesting for the release of funds, but the centre is ignoring that plea. Plea means what? A request, urge. Set up courtroom in jail for Yasin Malik, suggests Supreme Court. Set up means establish, start or establish. Courtroom in jail for Yasin Malik. Rajnath calls for embracing Buddhist doctrine. There are two words over here. Calls for. Call for as a phrasal verb. It means what? It means demand. The situation calls for immediate action. Means what? The situation demands immediate action. And we have one word, embrace. Embrace means to accept and implement. Accept and implement what? The doctrine of Buddhism. There is an important word, doctrine. Doctrine means the philosophy, the belief. We use the word philosophy, we use the word belief, we also use the word conviction, all related words. But doctrine means something that goes with religion, philosophy, an important word. Brainstorming. Yesterday I conducted a descriptive English workshop session, and there I told the students about brainstorming session. Today we have got in front page of the Hindu paper. When you want to write an essay or a letter, first and foremost, you have to read the question, focus on the key words. Then you have to allot 2 or 3 minutes to work on the brain. You have to go for brainstorming session. What is this brainstorming session? Whenever you think of a particular problem, a particular issue, or you want to write an essay or a letter, allot 2 or 3 minutes and allow all the ideas to pop up. Don't stop, don't restrict. And make a note, all the ideas could be silly, irrelevant, ridiculous, useful, important, relevant. You should not stop that free flow of thoughts. That is known as brainstorming. After that, you keep what is relevant, what is important, and you remove whatever is not important. Here we have brainstorming on artificial intelligence. I have been telling students since 2017, bank exams, mains, passages, prelims also, and group discussion, descriptive English, interview. AI is going to be important for another 10 years down the line. You have to know all the dimensions of AI, and very important. Artificial intelligence. Let us see what it says. A humanoid on stage. You can see the pic and you can see here a humanoid, human related to mankind. But they should have used a word like in future you will see on the front page this word. Mark my words. Mark my words, after some time, front page of the Hindu, you will see this. Have you heard of this any time? Cyborg. Cyborg means half man, half machine. That is the future. Already we have a few cyborgs around the world. The first person, a UK professor, he has got a chip implanted in his body, officially the first cyborg on the planet Earth. Then in the US, there is one person, antenna fixed to his skull, and he can receive all the signals anywhere, anytime, round the clock, 365 days. Initial stage, incipient form of cyborg. In future, it is going to happen sooner or later. A humanoid on stage at the Hindu AI Summit 2024 in Chennai on Thursday. From left are all these top guys from the different stakeholders. These are all stakeholders. It talks about the session. Important, I always tell, it is going to happen sooner or later. You must have seen the movie The Terminator. Whose movie is that? Schwarzenegger's movie, The Terminator. It is half human, half machine. That is the future. So much is going to happen in future. Be prepared, all youngsters. 40% of displaced in Myanmar are children, says UN. Myanmar, always in the limelight for wrong reasons, not right reasons. A lot of children got displaced. It seems a lot of people got displaced. Among them, 40% children, according to UN. Here we have Russia fires ICBM for first time, Ukraine. ICC issues arrest warrants against Netanyahu, Gallant and Hamas leaders. International Court of Justice for the first time issues arrest warrants to the top leaders in West Asia. What do we have here? Consensus on new climate finance goal remains elusive. Two words are there you have to know. I'm sure many of you know. What is the first one? Consensus means what? Agreement, being unanimous, taking the same stand. And if there is no consensus, people differ. And what is the other word over here? Elusive. For many people, we come across some people, they are very diligent, they are hardworking, they are talented, they are intelligent, but they don't get success. Then we say success has been elusive for him, for someone. Success has been elusive. Means difficult to get. Exactly. Very good. Who is that? Teja. I appreciate that. That's all from the front page. What time is it? Let us have a look at the second page news from states. The first one says, Shivaji statue collapse case. High Court grants bail to consultant. You all know last year, I guess, the statue of Shivaji Maharaj collapsed. And based on that, this new snippet, the person who has been accused gets bail. Mamata links Tarunar Swapna scheme fraud case to Jantara gang. We don't know what exactly. To know more about, you have to read the article. SP seeks repolling in 4 seats under watch of paramilitary forces related to elections in a particular state. No info on event to mark 2 years of Congress government in HP. Simple words. UP government comes under fire. Come under fire means what? Someone comes under fire, something comes under fire means to be criticized. Over regarding what? Add outsourcing jobs in Gorakhpur civic body. Outsourcing, you take from other sources, not internal, from outside, then we say outsource. Today we have the BPO, the KPO, business process outsourcing, call centers and all, because of this outsourcing concept. Why do they outsource? Have you ever thought? Outsourcing, why do the companies go in for outsourcing? Because every company has its strength in a particular area that is known as core competency. When you go to the corporate world, you talk to the top people, they say, our core competency is this. Core competency means the actual strength, the actual expertise, the actual skill the company has. Company has to focus on that. They are not good at other services like marketing or customer care. So what they do, someone else is good at those. They try to outsource, and that works for the business. Court grants bail to lesbian couple in child abduction case. We have a word here, lesbian couple. Two women being husband and wife, then we say lesbian couple. And two men being husband and wife, we say homo couple. And abduction case. Abduction means what? Kidnap. Yes, Usha, very good. When you talk about kidnapping, someone kidnaps a person and demands money. What is the word for that? We use the word ransom. That you have to recollect as a smart learner. Kidnappers have demanded a ransom of 1 crore or some amount, a ransom. You should also recollect, sometimes what happens, a girl has been kidnapped, imagine, and the girl falls in love with the person who has kidnapped. Very good. Who is this? Manisha, I appreciate that, and also Madhavi. Wonderful. Murli also. That is known as Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome means the one who got kidnapped falling in love with the kidnapper. Why? $1,000,000 question. Nobody knows. Congress targets BJP for hosting event attended by son of lottery baron in Puducherry. An important word. Baron means an important person, a highly successful person in a particular field. We use words like media baron, liquor baron. And in the past, press would say Vijay Mallya, liquor baron, and Ramoji Rao, media baron. Here we have a person, lottery baron, means an important person in that particular field. That's all about whatever you can enrich based on the headlines. Now let us go to today's editorial. What is it about? It's all about cricket. Many youngsters, many people in our country, they're familiar with cricket and they know inside out, in fact. Based on that, today's editorial rather easy and vocab also only a few words. But today's session, you're going to get enriched based on mock questions, exam topics based questions, based on yesterday's editorial. Those questions are quite challenging. First analysis, then those questions. And what is the enrichment? As usual, you improve your reading comprehension skill, contextual awareness skill, vocabulary, grammar, mini mocks, effective English, revision, vocab consolidation. Let us go to the editorial vocabulary. Not too many words today because a familiar topic. First one is aura. Aura means a noun. What does it mean? A distinctive atmosphere or quality that seems to surround a person, place, or thing. Some people, when you see them, you feel like respecting them. They command respect. They don't ask you, but you feel like giving respect. They make such an impact. That is known as aura. Aura goes with a person's personality, the way he speaks, the way he or she carries himself or herself. Look at the example. She exuded. Exude means to send out An aura of confidence. Usually it goes with confidence, style during the presentation. Some people present with immense confidence, pulverizing confidence, with a lot of ease. Then people get attracted. Then we use the term. Look at, she exuded what? An aura of confidence during the presentation. Wonderful sentence. Synonyms: atmosphere, vibe, ambience, halo. Other words we cannot consider because they have other meanings. Halo we can consider. Halo goes with this particular synonym of this one. You can consider. Antonyms: tangibility, not exactly; absence, reality, not exactly the opposite words. Next one is what? Hype. Hype can be a noun, hype can be a verb. They have created a lot of hype, noun. They hype the event, verb. It's a regular verb. To promote or publicize something excessively. You try to create a lot of hype, means what? You try to exaggerate, you try to magnify something. Look at the example. The hype around the new smartphone made it a bestseller. Because of the hype, people got attracted, they fell in the trap. It became the bestseller. Would have been better, would have been the bestseller, not a. Synonyms: publicity, promotion, exaggeration, buzz, creating the buzz, exaggerating. Antonyms: understatement, neglect, disregard. Important words. Let us go to the next one. Joust. This has two different meanings. One meaning goes with the medieval times, knights, but here different meaning. To engage in a contest or competition, often of skill or strength. It is like competing. The two debaters jousted over the contentious issue for hours. Contentious means controversial issue. Synonyms: combat, contest, rivalry, spar. Antonyms: harmony, agreement, collaboration. Wend we have got for the first time. To proceed or move in a specified direction, typically slowly or indirectly. Example: they wended their way through the narrow streets of the old city. They went in a particular direction. To proceed or move. Meander, an important word. Usually it goes with a river. Proceed, navigate, travel. Antonyms: halt, stop, stay. Vary. Vary you have to be careful because there are two words. One is this one and another vary is there. What is the spelling? Here vary means cautious, being cautious. And this vary means to be tired. When you're tired a lot, you can use that word. Very good. Wary means feeling or showing caution about possible dangers or problems. Being cautious. He was wary of investing in a new startup due to its lack of a proven track record. Any new startup cannot have a track record, proven track record, so he wanted to be a little careful or cautious. Synonyms: cautious, alert, vigilant, prudent, all important words. Reckless, careless, unwary, trusting. Trusting blindly. Only a few words, as I said, and it doesn't take a lot of time to do the analysis because many of you, whatever I'm going to read out, familiar context, familiar sentences, familiar names, it's all about cricket. How does it start? New heroes on India and the Border Gavaskar Trophy series. Here we are talking about not the border of a country, name of a cricketer, Alan Border. Alan Border, Australian cricketer, contemporary of Sunil Gavaskar. Based on that, from Australia, Alan Border, from India, Sunil Gavaskar, to honor those, a trophy. Series. What is the main idea? India needs a young set of cricketers to come good against Australia. Come good means to do well. Already we have veterans, seniors like Rohit and Virat. But the editor opines India needs a bunch of young cricketers to come good in the series. Easy to understand. Let us see how it starts. It has been a tale of contrasting Indian performances in cricket over the last few weeks. Those who follow cricket, they know last few weeks means we have to use it has been present perfect tense. From past to present or recently concluded test series and T20s or one days. Test series, India's performance dismal means what? Hopeless. And the other format, they have done extremely well. It talks about that. Contrasting performances. It has been a tale. Tale means a story of contrasting Indian performances in cricket over the last few weeks. What happened the last few weeks? India's home dominance, especially in tests, ground to a halt. Means came to a halt. India plays well in tests in the if it is in the country, not outside the country, but that has been brought to a halt. Why? What is the reason? As a visiting New Zealanders swept the series 3-0. You all know India lost. Halt means stop. Bring to a halt means stop something. However, an entirely different squad under Suryakumar Yadav donned their blue jerseys, flew to South Africa and won the T20 series 3-1. Tests miserably failed. All the tests lost. And exactly. And coming to T20s, that test against New Zealand, T20s against South Africa, they have done extremely well, 3-1. That is a tale of contrasting Indian performances. And inexplicable means something that cannot be explained easily. Both are different entirely. Former means once, now not in the team. Veteran, old player. These guys are not youngsters. It is used against the youngsters. And former means no longer in the team. And inexplicable means difficult to explain, fragility. We have got the word fragile many a time. Means weak, delicate, easily broken, brittle, all the words you have to. Frail also you can recollect. Against a spin in tests and a domineering aura in T20s are evident. Spin they could not face, but domineering aura, the whatever they had, the power, the expertise, excellence, they showed T20s, quite evident. While this backstory has its distinct ebb and flow, there is a backstory already over, and it has its distinct ebb and flow. Ebb, we use these terms when it comes to tides. The water goes forward, it is a flow. Water recedes, goes back, it is known as ebb. That's what I'm telling. Ebb and flow go with, if you go to the beach, any beach for that matter, you have high tides, low tides. High tide, the water comes forward. That is a flow. Low tide, water recedes, water goes back. That is called ebb. So it is a story of ebb and flow. Ebb, test series. Flow, T20s. Respectively, they should have used. The next 7 weeks should offer an entirely new perspective besides the attendant hype, as India and Australia clash in the Border Gavaskar Trophy series, with the first test commencing at Perth's massive Optus Stadium on Friday, November 22nd, 2024. Past is past. Past had both positive and negative, ebb and flow. Now we are looking at the future, coming 7 weeks. They're going to offer, commence means to start. They're going to offer the test series between India and Australia. How is it going to be? And the first one is going to be at Perth's massive Optus Stadium on Friday, November 22nd, 2024. With 5 tests scheduled across Australia through the southern summer, one of cricket's greatest rivalries will get a fresh start. Going to begin onset of southern summer, and one of cricket's greatest rivalries will get a fresh start. While the microscopic tale is centered around how this series would evolve, the macroscopic outlook would be focused on the ICC World Test Championship rankings, in which India currently trails topper Australia in the points percentage tally. Microscopic, macroscopic. Microscopic, how they are going to play the Indian team, how it is going to perform, microscopic. But what is macroscopic? What is the larger picture? Right now, India's position when it comes to performances in tests, not up to the mark. They are trailing behind Australia, and they have to win 3 tests to be eligible to play in the World Championship. It talks about that. A berth means a place in the World WTC final is no longer an automatic choice. India does not have right now. India has to win. What is that? Don't use Telugu. I will not use Telugu. Who is this? Arkaneni Suresh. Try to understand. If you don't understand, don't attend the session. You have a choice. If you don't understand my English, don't attend the choice. Don't watch, and don't use Telugu. This is only English to English analysis, not bilingual. Being a graduate, you should be able to understand English first of all, and this is a platform where I use English. You cannot request me to use Telugu. Veera, try to look at that comment. A berth in the WTC final is no longer an automatic choice, and if India wants to qualify on its own merit, it needs to win how many tests? 4 of these 5 tests, or else await the permutation combination of results involving other teams. Either it has to win 4 tests out of 5, or it has to wait for the results of other teams. Based on that, the chances may become bright or may become bleak. The second part of the editorial, what does it talk about? The players, the performance in the recent past. Over the last decade, beyond the subcontinent, India has largely shed its poor traveller tag, and the 2 Test series triumphs in Australia during the 2018 and 19 and 2021 tours is a reflection of this resilience. Now it talks about what exactly happened in the past. India did well. Based on that, last decade, beyond the subcontinent, means not in Bangladesh, not in Sri Lanka. Of course, India doesn't go to Pakistan. Beyond that, India has largely shed its poor traveller tag. Poor traveller tag, there is a question, so I will not explain. Remember the context. When we go to the questions, you try to answer. Why the 2 Test series triumphs means it won in Australia during the 2018-19, 2021 tours is a reflection of this resilience. Resilient means what? When you face a lot of problems, you don't give up, you emerge victorious. You fight and emerge victorious. That is resilience. It is this slice of history that adds more bite as Jasprit Bumrah's men step out for their latest cricketing joust, means competition. Based on that past performance, positive thing, there is a hope. It is this slice of history that adds more bite as Jasprit Bumrah's men step out for their latest cricketing joust. With regular skipper Rohit Sharma currently on a paternity break, is a new term. In the past, we talk about maternity leave, maternity break, but now we talk about paternity break. Means the father taking the break, not the mother. Set to lead from the second test. First test, who is going to lead? Bumrah is going to lead. And because Rohit is on paternity leave or break, second test onwards, Rohit is going to lead the Indian team. Set to lead from the second test, India will gain what? Added experience in its ranks. Injury concerns over Shubman Gill and the absence of Mohammad Shami wending his way back from a surgery may add to the worry lines, but in the 2021 tour, India was literally the walking wounded, and yet Rahane led a second string unit to a remarkable 2-1 victory. Today also we have problems with some players, but what it says, in the past also we had a similar situation. That time Rahane, he could lead India to the test victory 2-1. It may happen. Already have given the meaning to go through the path to find the way to proceed. Next one. It is this abiding strength in the Indian ranks that has unsettled the Australians. Means they are worried about the strength of India. And Pat Cummins and his men are wary of their rivals, means cautious of their rivals. That means Indians in this context. Despite the latest reversal against New Zealand, though India lost against New Zealanders, wounded means to get hurt, wounded, to get wounds, to get hurt. Many players are not physically fit, and then we use this term. Many players walking wounded means they got hurt physically. A lot will hinge means depend on, spearhead Bumrah's spells and the ability of the batters to string vital partnerships. Bowlers have to do well, batters have to bat well. Both Virat Kohli and Rohit are suffering a low patch. Generally, we say a bad patch. You can also say low patch in tests. And if these seniors can turn it around, means if they can play well, India will be better served. Right now, they're not in good form. They're going through a bad patch. They're going through a bad patch means they're not playing well. If that can be turned around, means if they play well now, it is going to benefit the team. How does it end? An interesting series is on the cards. Something is on the cards means likely to happen. And perhaps new heroes will rise. It is all about that. Young cricketers are going to be the new heroes. There is a hope. New heroes will arise. It ends on a positive note. Let us go to the questions based on comprehension skill. Which tone best describes the editorial? Already started and 2 wickets down. Oh, not aware of that. Who is playing? India or Australia? Thank you very much, Warrior. It is not pessimistic. It is not humorous. Humorous means a fun. Humorous, comedy, hilarious, amusing, funny. They all same synonyms. Nostalgic, an important word. Answer is analytical. Nostalgic means going back to the past, thinking of the past. Sometimes what happens, you see a pic of your childhood, then you become nostalgic. You go back to the past, your childhood, you think of the best time you had. That is known as nostalgic, an important word. What does the editorial suggest India needs to do to secure a place in the ICC WTC final? Win all 5 tests? Not required. Rely on the other performance of other teams? No. Win at least 4 tests in the series or depend on other teams' results. Clearly mentioned. Answer is what? Answer is C. All these are questions based on explicit information. What is highlighted as one of India's key strengths going into the series? Please mention the question number. The consistent form of senior players? No, they are not playing. Right now, they are going through a bad patch. The team's past resilience and ability to perform under adversity. Adversity means negative conditions. In the past, what happened? Many players were walking wounded. In spite of that, they won against Australia 2-1 under the guidance of Rahane. The answer is B. Very good. I appreciate that. What is the next one? What key challenge does the editorial mention for India in the upcoming series? What is the key challenge? Lack of experienced bowlers in the squad? No. Injuries to players like Shubman Gill and the absence of Mohammad Sami. Clearly mentioned, obviously. Answer has to be B. You don't have to go beyond that. Next one. According to the editorial, what was significant about India's 2020-21 Test Series victory in Australia? It was led by a completely fit and full-strength squad. No. It demonstrated India's ability to overcome injuries and adversities. Clearly. Answer is B again. Very good. I appreciate. Within no time you answered. We have questions based on exam topics, based on yesterday's editorial, and try to get all correct. Important questions have brought, new patterns also have brought. Read the first one. The High Court observed that the actor's speech around hate speech and lacked a genuine apology. Actresses, actually. Oh, very good, warrior, within no time. It is not oscillates, it is not diverges. Oscillate means to move this side and that side. It goes to the pendulum. Diverge means different. Culminate means to reach the peak. Hovers around means sticks around that. Answer is B. Very good. I appreciate. The court emphasized the importance of restraint in public discourse. What does it mean? Based on the context, what is the meaning, synonym of restraint? Caution, severity, control, indifference. The court emphasized the importance of restraint in public discourse. Public discussion, they have to hold back. Restraint, they have to control. So, what is the answer? C is the answer. Very good. Naveen and Shiva, and also, no, C. Here, mention the question number. Restraint means control, keep away, refrain. Synonym they want. Next one is about antonym. The arrest was deemed untenable given the absence of custodial interrogation requirements. Untenable means what? First you have to know. We got this yesterday. Not practical, not manageable. And what is opposite? Justifiable, problematic, arbitrary, fragile. Untenable cannot be justified in a way you can say, and opposite is what? Justifiable. Problematic, no. Arbitrary, no. Fragile, no. Fragile means delicate, we have already got. Arbitrary means based on whims and fancies, not based on reasoning or rationality. Next one. This is about error location. Identify the part of the sentence that contains an error. Public personalities have a responsibility to ensure that their words does not instigate any social group. Instigate means to provoke. An easy one should not be a problem. One reading, you should be able to spot the error. Here we have words, noun in the plural form. Sentence is in present tense, negative form. Then we cannot use the helping verb does. We have to use do. They have to make sure that their words do not, not did, do not. It is in present. Public personalities have a responsibility to ensure that their words do not instigate any social group. Does not goes with third person singular. Here we have third person plural. You have to learn grammar, very simple, warrior. All these you can answer if you are good at English grammar. Besides being good at English grammar, you have to be good at contextual awareness. And that you get if you read the paper every day. Identify, this is about an idiom. Identify the correct meaning of the idiom used in the sentence. What is the idiom? The wheels of justice grind exceedingly fine. Justice operates swiftly and efficiently. Justice operates thoroughly and methodically. Justice operates arbitrarily. No, we cannot use a negative word. Unpredictably, negative word. Sporadic means scattered. Here, either the first one or the second one. Not swiftly. If you remember yesterday's editorial, the court acted swiftly. Swift means quickly, hastily. So reflexive action, they use the word reflexive. That is not, it was not supported by the editorial. Then we cannot choose based on this, it is not correct. What is the answer? Operates thoroughly and in a proper manner, systematic, following a particular method. Answer is B. This is a challenging question. I have brought for the first time triple fillers. Triple fillers, contextual understanding. Select the most appropriate set of words to fill the blanks in the passage. Public personalities must exercise in their speeches as their words can tensions and social harmony. You have to look at all the options, only then you can. Exercise caution, you can use escalate, you can use disrupt, you can use hold that one. Here you have to, one word not relevant, remove that option. Here, their words can do something and promote social harmony. You cannot use a positive word. Preserve. Two negative words, disrupt, jeopardize. Jeopardize means to endanger, to threaten. Either first one or fourth one. Let us check. Here caution, caution. Alleviate means reduce, but context talks about it doesn't talk about alleviating something. It talks about, let us take the second, what is the first one here? Public personalities must exercise caution in their speeches as their words can escalate tensions, increase tensions, and interrupt social harmony. Answer is the first one. Very good. I appreciate those who have chosen A as the answer. That is the answer. We cannot consider D because of this word. Other words can be considered. I have brought closed test, mini, comprehension and lexical knowledge. Lexical terms means the words related to a particular context. The arrest of Kasturi has once again sparked debate over between freedom of expression and something. While democracy thrives on of individual rights, these rights must not public peace or harmony. There are four words and how many options? Four options. Oh, within no time, B. Let me check. The arrest of Kasturi has once again sparked debate over the conflict between freedom of expression and legitimate restrictions. Okay. Next one is what? While democracy thrives on the safeguarding of individual rights, these rights must not disrupt public peace or social harmony. Very good. Excellent. Within no time, that too. I appreciate. Here, contextual error location. I should have changed this. This is about, not about contextual error location, it is about connectors. Please read the two sentences and choose a correct connector. Question is about connector. Legal. Legitimate means legal. Oh, Venkateshwarama, you are here. Means what? Legal. Legitimate, legal. Legitimate children, illegitimate children, usually the combinations. Two sentences you have to combine with appropriate connector. The High Court emphasized restraint in public discourse. What is said becomes a permanent record in this age of social media. So cannot be used, no. It is not the first one. Not however. Here it is, since. But how does it go? You have to use since here. Since what is said becomes a permanent record in this age of social media, the High Court emphasized restraint in public discourse. That's how you have to start. Very good. I appreciate Jayalakshmi, Warrior, and who else? C. C is the answer. Here you have columns, words this side, meanings that side, and you have to see here. For some you have to find the synonym, for some you have to find the antonym. You have to be a little careful. Go to these words, look at these words. Reflexive, synonym, reflexive action. Something falls here, I do like this next second. That is a reflexive action. So what is a synonym for that? It is voluntary. What is it? Voluntary. Answer is D. Intemperate, antonym. tenuous. One B. No, one B is not correct. Go to the next one. Apology, what is the word you can think of? Reparation. Correcting the old mistakes. In a way, you're apologizing. Here, apology, it is B. Don't be hasty. Reparation, an important word. Intemperate, tenuous. What are you left with? Restrained. Restrained, intemperate, you have to use the word opposite. Restrained. C is the answer. Now, what are you left with? Tenuous. Answer is A. Have you guys got it? D, C, B, A. No. Haste is waste. Yes. Not D, A. D, what is the second one here? Intemperate. Opposite, they want, not synonym. Restrained. D, C. That's why I said you have to look at these. That's all for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. Important words, do spend some time after the session. That habit will help in the long run. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.